The biggest mistake I made with IVF cost me a miscarriage. I'll never forget the day that I knew my pregnancy had failed. I remember everything about those first 6 weeks. I did everything the doctor told me to do. Pregnancy test came back. I was pregnant. 14 days later, I followed everything the doctor said. I ordered all the medications. I did them exactly as prescribed. I laid low. I took, relaxation, time for me after the transfer day, the way they told me to, just, self-care. I began to really connect with my baby. We were, going in for weekly exams and seeing progress, and all of my levels were right. Everything was just coming back exactly as it was supposed to. I was at holiday parties, celebrating quietly. Nobody knew why I wasn't drinking. I just knew I had this little baby girl inside of me. And I was at the office Christmas party, at my friend's birthday, and then I knew something wasn't right. That's when I knew I had miscarried. The pain of miscarriage, I will cover that in another video. Today, I want to talk about the biggest mistake I made on my first round of IVF and what I would have done differently so that you can avoid the heartache that I had. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name is JoAnna. I am a passionate, holistic health mama of a toddler now. I'm also a luxury realtor, made a few cameos on $1 Million Listing LA, but my main role in life is mama to Lily. So the biggest mistake I made in IVF round 1 was being rushed. I felt the pressure that every woman who goes through IVF tells me. The doctors will scare you into thinking that you are on a limited amount of time, when the reality is you just need to optimize your health. A 38, 39, 42-year-old woman can be more healthy with better outcomes in IVF than a 30-year-old. I think what you will experience with most doctors is it is a business for them. Quite simply, you are a number. You go in, there's lines out the door to get in these places. We've got a problem where a lot of women are having a hard time getting pregnant. So the demand for IVF is greater than ever. The doctors will write you a one-size-fits-all prescription and just hand you meds. They'll probably cost you $5,000, but they won't take the time to invest in your health. So you need to be the CEO of your own health. The next mistake I made was not checking some key levels that will determine a healthy pregnancy or not. People underestimate the role of your thyroid and vitamin D. Both of these things need to be in order for any successful pregnancy, whether it's IVF or not. So make sure you get those checked and optimized. Another big mistake was not paying closer attention to my diet. I am an overall healthy person, but I think that when it comes to pregnancy and IVF, there are very specific guidelines that you want to follow for your diet. You want to eat the rainbow, so to speak. You want to have, vegetables and foods that are all of the colors, right? You have beets, blood building foods. You have greens. You've got foods that are high in iron, things that are just going to optimize your health, as well as protein. You want to have a very high protein-based diet. You want to completely eliminate, if you can, processed foods, right? We don't want the seed oils and the bad things, sugary drinks. Get them out of your life before pregnancy. I'm going to cover my diet, food routine, fitness routines in another video, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. The next big mistake I made was being under what I would consider a significant amount of stress for someone like myself. So the IVF, the medications, what it was doing to my body, I didn't feel like myself. I had a lot going on in my life personally, and sometimes you can't control that stuff, but I will tell you that with the money that you're investing, you want to make sure that you do this at a time when you really can sit back and focus on your pregnancy and not have your brain going in a million different directions, worrying about other things, because these stress hormones will affect your pregnancy. I think the biggest mistake that I made was doing this completely on my own. So I didn't have some kind of IVF community or resources, which I want to give to you so that you can really make sure that when you go in for this, you are ready, prepared, and going to have the best possible outcome. So when I did this, I didn't know really what was happening. I did everything the doctor said, did a couple of things that may have helped me, acupuncture, things like that. But overall, I didn't really know the ins and outs of IVF. I didn't have people to talk to. I was scared to tell people that this was what I was doing. My family didn't know. I just thought, I'm going to do this, get through it, but I didn't have the tools in the toolbox. Now, supplementation was a big part of my success story. So I am going to give you a complete breakdown of all the supplements that I took, my day-to-day routine, what I used to completely optimize my chances for round 2. Make sure you click the link below, watch my next video. I'm going to give you all of the goods.